Okay.
Did it work?
Thank you, Lauren. All right, welcome to Penny Sense. My name's Penny Carroll, owner broker of Penny Carroll and Associates, and with me today is one of our excellent buyers agents and listing agents and Pastor. What hat are you wearing today?
I'm working for you today.
And this is Mark Vandertijk.
Yep, good to be along, and welcome to Penny Sense.
I thought that we'd maybe talk about condos today.
Condos and townhouses, I like that topic.
I do too.
Yeah.
When we think of condos and townhouses, I often get the question, what's the difference between condos and townhomes?
Condos probably in a group of places. It might even look like an apartment building. And so there are high rises in Des Moines that you can buy a condo within. And so it seems a little bit more like an apartment, although you own it, and it's usually quite a bit bigger than an apartment.
Do you own any land with it though?
No, you don't have any land. You have an elevator.
And the airspace.
And airspace above. But it might have some amenities like an indoor pool or a gym or a workout room or a party room. A couple of them even have an extra little apartment where your guests, if they're coming from out of town, can stay.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the unit itself, you're limited on size, but you don't maybe need all of that.
That's right. Yeah, people that are buying a condo are not people that have 18 children.
No, that would not fit in there unless they wanted the pool.
Or the whole floor.
The party house, yeah. There's several condos and townhome communities in our town, our metro. There's some other fees that we should probably keep in mind besides just the mortgage.
Right, an HOA, it's called a homeowners association. And typically in a townhome development, that can run anywhere from $130 to maybe as much as $250 or $300 a month. And typically what it covers is everything outside the building. It might cover the roof, the siding, they'll take care of the yard, they'll do all the snow removal. If it's a little higher fee, there might be some amenities that they offer, like there might be a pool in the property or a party room that you can use.
Mark, you keep flying the swatter around here. Can you tell us why or how they can get one of these Penny Carroll fly swatters?
Well, they're specifically designed for either really small flies or really small houses. But they're going to be given away free at the home show this weekend.
And that's at the Jacobson Building at the fairgrounds on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Stop out and see us and get your fly swatter.
I'll be there.
And then some other things to think about when buying a townhome or condo, we always like to see the financials.
That's right.
Is that because we're nosy, Mark, or why would we want to see that?
We are nosy because we want to make sure the homeowners association is financially sound. In other words, if you're in a homeowners association and they're not taking care of business when all the roofs need to be replaced, they're going to have a special assessment, and then you're going to have to come up with $500-600.
So that's always kind of like a light bulb that goes off when a buyer, first-time buyer to a townhome or association, they say, "What? We have to pay extra when we pay the HOA fee?"
That's right. That's right. So it can be a surprise. So special assessments, and you want to know if there are any on the books.
Right.
Because typically they meet monthly and they have to make these statements and they provide minutes. So we want to see the minutes. We want to see the last annual meeting. We want to know who's in charge and who's contact. And then we'll call them up and say, "So what do you got coming up? Is there something you're planning in the next couple of years?" And they might have something. If it's not written down, if it's not in the minutes, that's a little different. They might say, "Well, we're kind of thinking."
Right.
Well, that would be good to know, but it's not something you can actually depend on because it's not decided.
Correct. So that's why we like to see the minutes, because they're just chatting about it, and we want to know about those chats. Some of the buyer pool for the townhomes and condos, what would you say we see typically the most that want to buy a condo or a townhome?
People that want nothing to do outside.
I wasn't going that direction, but that's absolutely right.
Oh yeah, I sold a townhome, a freestanding townhome, which is kind of a new development. There are not a whole lot of them, but it's freestanding, so it's their own place. And they didn't want to do any yard work, and it turns out they were terrible at yard work.
Oh, good. So, we don't want them doing yard work either.
No, and they didn't want to mow, they didn't want to do any of that stuff. And so this was a perfect fit for them. They have a single family home in a townhome association.
Now, I will say, if you're wanting to buy a townhome or a condo and you're driving through those communities and you see a sign in the yard of one of those homes, please reach out to Mark Vandertijk.
Yeah.
He would like to represent you as the buyer, because the sign in the yard, they're representing the seller, and they might try to help you out as a buyer, but why not have your very own realtor watching out for your own needs?
Absolutely. There's a lot that goes into the negotiation, and you want to make sure you're well prepared, you know what you're getting into. But it's getting to be a little more popular now because there are a lot of people buying that just don't really feel like they want to do the yard work, or they want to be able to travel and leave without worrying about whether or not their home is being taken care of.
Sure. So to get a hold of Mark, go to our website, look up Mark Vandertag, and he'd be happy to reach out to you. I'm Pennie Carroll.
And I'm Mark Vandertag with a little tiny fly swatter.
Okay, now.